Hey guys, what's up? I'm Greg. I hope you guys are ready to unpack and get into some good conversations today.
And I'm Jess, and this is our podcast, Baggage Claim. Thank you for joining us.
What's up, Baggage Claim? How's everybody doing out there today? So this is a different experience for us, but if you're new to Baggage Claim, I want to say welcome. Thank you for listening to us, downloading, giving us a shot. Baggage Claim is a place where we want to help create conversations and community around marriage and blended families, relationships, all the good stuff in between. And if you call Baggage Claim your home, you know what the deal is. Just take a deep breath, especially Jess, because she's extremely nervous right now.
Yeah.
Because this is our 50th episode.
Yes.
And we are live, so we have about 25 of our awesome friends. You guys can clap. Yeah. Hanging out with us. And so it's kind of really cool, and it is kind of weird and kind of fun too at the same time.
I just feel like I'm gonna die. Like, I'd rather crawl under the table than be in front of people.
So we always do this thing called question time. And sometimes it's kind of silly, sometimes it's kind of ridiculous. And this is our 50th episode, so we're brand new at this. We've never done a live event.
No.
We've never recorded in front of anybody other than Michael and Miranda. So,
sometimes Thomas is there, but yeah.
Yeah, sometimes Thomas shows up because Miranda's there. But anyway, do we have a fun question? Have we even thought? Are we skipping question time when we're public? Okay, Michael says no. Okay, so...
Well, first off, we have to do the obligatory...
Question time.
I can't do that in front of people. I can't do that.
Where's Tatum? He would have been great at helping us with that.
Well, does anybody have a really stupid, question?
Stupid?
Like, would you rather,
funny,
or...
Do you have something you want to just talk, just something you want to rant on?
Well, I was asking Papa this earlier, Papa and Grandma, one gorilla versus 10 men, who wins?
Ooh.
Oh, I've seen that debate.
Yep.
Hang on, what was the question? Can you repeat the question?
One gorilla versus 10 men, who wins?
One gorilla versus 10 men, who wins?
Yeah, that's the
Which
question.
man?
Wow.
10 able-bodied men.
Able-bodied men.
Okay.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Speaking, this is a side note, and I don't know if you guys are tuned into social media, but Jess told me about this little monkey.
Oh my gosh.
That didn't have a parent, and she told me this last night.
I cried.
When we're hanging out at dinner.
Yes.
I'd not seen it all, and
I
because
had
they're
to keep
spying on us.
stopping because I was boo-hooing about this precious monkey whose mama abandoned him, and when he was itty-bitty, and then they tried to introduce him to this other little troop or whatever they're called, and all those other mamas just said no thank you. Literally, there was a video of another mama literally hitting him, and then I'm gonna cry.
Don't. Okay, so they gave this little baby monkey, bless your heart, you are an emotional wreck. And they gave this monkey a little stuffed animal monkey, and it started holding on to it.
He snuggled with it like it was his
and
mama.
now he drags it around with him still to this very day. It's really cool. It showed up all over my social media last night after you told me
After I said it out loud?
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is, I couldn't watch it. It was ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not watching a baby monkey be by himself with a stuffed animal. Not gonna
It's
do
like,
it.
we're gonna go get him. We gotta go get him.
I say it's gorilla. It's an easy question. Yeah.
All right, so I got a question that I think is quite fitting for this moment.
Okay.
For both of y'all, we are at 50 episodes. So what has been the most meaningful, life-changing, impactful thing you've learned in doing this podcast?
Whoa.
I think, honestly, because we just recorded an episode with Drew and Amber Molinax. Yeah. If you haven't listened to that one, it came out Tuesday. Really good. Second part comes out this Tuesday. Phenomenal story. It reminds me that every one of us have a story. And our story is incredibly impactful, whether you think it is or not. Because we look at our story and we're like, our story is we're just normal people just trying to do life. We're trying to figure it out. And so hearing their story and other couples that we've had on, even Rebecca, where she just started a nonprofit from nothing, an idea, and now it's taken off. Everybody has a cool story.
Yeah.
And we should share our stories more. That's probably the thing I've got most impactful out of it. And it's been more for Jess and I.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like for us to, like the stuff we talk about, we're working through and we're fighting through and trying to figure out. When I say fighting, I don't mean like fight. Or discussing.
We
Maybe.
work really hard.
Yes. Fighting's probably the wrong
It's
word to
not.
use.
We don't.
We do have.
No.
We can get a cage match. Go ahead.
Oh my
What's yours?
gosh. That literally the same thing. Like everybody has a
Oh
story.
my gosh, that's such a cop out. Such a
No,
cop out. I
but-
did all the work, and you just said yes.
That typically, yeah, you're the one that pulls the most weight. But everybody's story really does matter, even if it's like, oh, we met in high school and we're happily ever after, and you don't experience like hardships. Okay, that's still a story. Or you're single and here's where you're at. Or it doesn't really matter where you are or what walk of life you're in or what you've experienced. Like your story, who you are matters.
Right. And nobody's perfect.
No.
I think that's the thing in marriage when we talk about trying to be better at relationships or marriage. We have this idea of being perfect, and that's just it's ridiculous. We put these crazy standards on ourselves when it's just like, hey, just show up and give it a good shot.
Just try your best.
Yeah, just give it a good old college try and see what happens.
Yeah.
If we just do that, it actually could change a lot. So, thank you,
Yeah.
Michael. Good question.
Yeah. So speaking of story, part of your story is this building that we're in.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to talk about that.
I think it's important though.
So I was packing everything up in the in our studio. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And it just hit me. It's crazy. This place has so much history for me. If you turn around and look at that old chapel, 32 years ago, that's where my faith journey started. Was in that building. None of this was here at that time. It was just that little building. And from that point, life changed for me very dramatically. I was actually on staff here for a while, for about 8 years. Did everything from student ministry to college ministry. This is also the place where my marriage tanked.
Not me.
No, not you. But there's also too, like, it's crazy when I told Jess, I was like, I literally, bear with me because when I started, it sounds really bad. I was run off from the cops in the parking lot because I didn't want to go home and bed.
It's okay.
Didn't know where to go, so I came here, and I was sitting in this parking lot, and I was mad at God. I was mad at life. I was just mad, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move forward. I don't know what's next. Cop pulls up. He's like, hey, you can't be here, and I was like, I got nowhere to go, and he's like, sorry, you just can't be here. So and now I look at now, just not far from where I got run off. How it all came back together, and we're here.
Yeah.
I never saw that coming. So, and I think that's the beautiful part of life. Like, if we just keep moving forward and giving it our best shot, things are going to happen.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
No.
So, yeah, I have a deep history with this place. Ran from it for a while, and now we're back here. And luckily, they gave us the opportunity just to use their foyer to just hang out and chat. So. But yeah, that's my story here.
It is.
So you want to jump into today's topic?
Yeah, this was going to say, today's topic that we're talking about it could be a meaning with where you were talking from, where I can talk about where my stories came from, or just in general, but life is hard.
Yes.
We all know that.
Yeah.
But when you try to make sure you have the right perspective, there was a quote. It's a show. I don't know who's seen it. It's Landman. But he, at the end of an episode, he said it was a tough day for that family, in that business that day. But at the end of the episode, he was with his wife, and he looked to her and he said, "We win every day. We just have to look for it."
Yeah.
And
yeah, Jess, when she paused. We do this all the time when
I
watching
started
TV.
crying, of course.
Yeah. So she paused and she's like, "Did you hear that? Like, did you hear the statement?" And I was like,
You were playing Candy Crush,
I thought I was
probably.
playing a game probably on my phone. Truth. All right, I'm not hiding from it. I'm trying to stop. I am trying to stop. But I was like, yeah. And I was like, no, I didn't. So rewind it and listen to it again. And she's like, that's so true. But we so miss it every time because we're not, I guess, programmed.
We're not wired that way.
Yeah, we're not told to look at wins all the time unless it's the big wins, like the new house, the new job, the new promotion, all those things that we think are big things in life, we never stop to look at the little wins. We kind of miss those. So today's discussion, and it is today, which is also another weird thing, we've never recorded when the sun's out.
No, we haven't.
We want to ask you just to kind of change your perspective a little bit, just to think about it, just turn it around a little different, whatever it may be, that life that you're thinking about, and just look at it and say, I want to look at it from a different angle, if I can. So take my week that I walked through, things that I had, things that went on, and how did that pan out for me? What were my wins?
Because winning, quote unquote, can mean different things to different people.
Yeah, and I think that's the first key, is decide what does win look like. Like, what is, and why do we want to win? Isn't it interesting? Like, for me, I'm a huge it doesn't matter what, it could be the dumbest thing. Even as far as like, we're drinking, I was like, I can finish my drink before you. And it's turned into a competition. It doesn't matter what we're doing.
Yeah.
You can turn it into a competition, and we want to win. Like, even if something as silly as, like, there's no value in winning for that other than just bragging rights for me to say I've won that. But there's so many things in our life that we just look at and go, why do I want to win?
Well, the world right now really kind of emphasizes that. You have to have the fastest car, the biggest house, the most money, the job that wins the most. It's just like the world around us really gets you there.
Yeah. I would ask how many of you guys listen to podcasts, but you're all here listening to us record a podcast, so that's a really stupid statement I was about to say. Because I love listening to and just watching. Sometimes I'll just turn them on in the house, or if I'm doing something, or just listening. Most podcasts, a lot of them are how to be better at this, or how to be better at that, or how to win at this and how to win at that. And sometimes it's just exhausting. You're just like, I don't need 5 more things I need to do. I don't need something else. But then it's like, okay, but what is winning for you? Like, what is winning for you and your
if you're
family?
listening to podcasts or looking at social media, it's like, whose definition is it that you're looking for of what winning means? So you've got the world view and social media view, but when you have to figure out what your personal definition of.
That's a great question, Jess. Why don't you tell us your personal idea of what a win looks like?
That's just mean.
Do you not?
No, I mean, if you've listened to the podcast or if you know me personally, my definition of winning, I knew I was going to be emotional today. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Did we all make it through the day together?
Yeah.
Did everybody make it home safely? Is everybody healthy?
Yeah.
I mean, my definition of winning is really simple. It's like, did we all make it through the day together?
Yeah.
But that's my personal view. That's my personal experience. Feeds into that. Not everybody has my personal experience, but.
Well, I think it's the idea of those small wins we talked about. Like, right now, I mean, if we, not to be the downer of the group, but right now there's probably people that we know, lots of people that we know are struggling with health issues.
Yeah.
Some people struggling with cancer. Some people who couldn't even get out of bed today, who weren't able to make it, who would love to be sitting here listening to us cutting up and playing, but we all show up and we're like, oh yeah, we're here. It's no big deal, but it's like, yeah, that's a win. We just miss them so many times because, again, we're not programmed to see those.
Yeah.
So I am horrible at this. Jess is way better at this than me, and she has to pull me back in because I see a win as a stepping stone to something else.
Yeah. You don't pause to celebrate a victory.
I don't.
But also you set really unreasonable expectations for yourself.
Thank you.
But you know that about yourself. But you know that.
I do know that. Like having this, doing this was a big deal for me because I'm like, oh, it's 50. Okay, cool. I'm like, no, we're gonna make a big deal about it. Like we're gonna celebrate it. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna enjoy it. For me, I'm like, okay, that's cool because I had this just ridiculous idea in my head of like, okay, we just need to be can we get to. Like, I remember when I was when it popped up on my thing, I had this thing on my phone that says, hey, someone internationally downloaded your podcast. And I was like, who in the world? And I think it was in like the Netherlands or something really weird or crazy. And I was like, what? And now it's like, okay, now I got to get to 20. Yeah. Okay, now I got to get to 25. And I'm like, bro, you can't live life that way all the time. And so Jess helps grab me by the collar and pull me back down.
Because meanwhile, I'm still like flabbergasted that anybody listens to us, much less people in the parts of the world that don't even know who we are,
Yeah,
or
like-
cities in America that don't know who we even are. And you're like, we need another country. Here's another goal I've set for myself. And I'm like, dude, no, people listen to us.
Well, what's crazy is our fourth most listened to city is Singapore. So, yeah, it's right there. You have Gainesville, you have Atlanta,
Flowery Branch, Singapore.
And it's like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Oh, no, no.
Yeah, but the thing is like figuring out what your win looks like for me. And I'm in the process of trying to figure out for me on a daily basis, what does a win look like for me that's normal, that's not always pushing, because myself in my life is to push more, and you're like, no, what more is not the answer all the time. And so, and I'm getting that. So for me, the fact we're here doing this, celebrating it, saying we made it to 50 is a win, and it's been a fun one.
Yeah.
So,
but I think winning, like, what does it look like to you, is truly about perspective, but then also what does contentment feel like too? Like, content to some people might feel like you're being complacent. Like, I'm good where I'm at. I don't have to strive for more or less. I don't care. But also, content can really truly mean like I'm truly happy with what I have right now. That's a win for me.
Yeah. I mean, your wins. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, your win could have been, hey, we had enough money to buy groceries this week. That was a time in our life where that was a huge win. Like, we sat in the car and celebrated that we just bought groceries.
Woo!
Yeah. It's as crazy as it is. That's a win.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's like, man, our kids are. When we just talk about our kids, sometimes we're like, those are wins. They still don't have a poster up throwing darts at us. They may. We don't know about it.
We just don't know.
But we feel like that's a win because they still actually talk to us. So it's trying to figure out. So as a couple, I would say one of those things is figure out what a win looks like for you guys and for you personally, and then as a couple.
Yeah.
Because our wins look different for us together than they do kind of separate sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a driver. And I want to push. And we got to a point, too, where I was frustrated at Jess because I'm like, you don't even want to do this baggage claim thing. And I'm sick of doing it all by myself, so we're not doing it anymore. And that was the thing for us.
Very mature fit you threw that day, too.
Thank you. Thank you for just throwing me in front of our friends under the bus again.
No, but we had to figure out too how each other thinks and processes, and what your win for. I'm touching my book, like everybody knows. Like this is my little baggage claim book where I've written every episode down, and in the beginning I needed like a lot of notes, and now it's getting a little bit better, but like the notes to me, or like what I thought my part was, I was like, no, I am. I feel like we are winning. We're moving toward the same goal of doing this. But then you do a lot more behind the scenes stuff, and it just feels like we're not working toward the same goal, so we weren't winning at the same time,
Right.
basically.
Yes.
So, but like professional goals too, like what my professional goal, like if I get home after teaching first grade all day, I'm like, nobody had time out at recess today. So I'm like, woo, it's a great day. But you're chasing like really large goals in your professional career that it just feels really different.
Yeah.
But we have to make sure we keep the perspective of there's still a win.
And the problem is, too, as a couple, if you are in that place, it's easy to find yourself chasing different things and not chasing them together.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you can find yourself, what starts as a small, like, okay, we can't find that common place. Next thing you know, you're on two completely different pages and you're doing completely different things. And I have no idea what she does and she has no idea what I do. And that's just it's not a great place for anybody.
Yeah.
So here's the thing I know, though. Like, why do we, sorry, let me retract that. This is something I don't know. Why is it we desire to win? Anybody want to, in a crowd, anybody want to know why do you want to win?
Boost the confidence.
Boost the confidence? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We were designed to lose.
Yeah, human instinct.
Human instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't want to lose. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, though, if you go back to the Bible in the beginning in Genesis, you only had 4 people on the earth, and one person killed another person. When you had Cain killed Abel, he killed off a third of the population. which is kind of crazy to think about. But just like, even in that, there was competition, and I want to win. I want to be the best. I want to be that. So it's that thing that's ingrained in us sometimes. Sometimes we'll do whatever we have to do to win, to get that win. So it is interesting that it's in us. So how do we, so just with that being who we are, that's in us, we want to win. Your win is we made it through life.
We made it through a day.
Which is, I feel like, is a pretty low bar.
But I win.
it's a
I win
bar.
every day. I meet the bar. Like I win every day. I get to do another one.
You have to have something more. Like what's one more above that?
I mean, I'm not trying to be like, oh, here's my halo, but like literally just that all of us made it through a day intact, and we're fed, we're healthy, and everybody's okay. That literally is a daily win for me. I don't.
Okay.
I maybe I need to set my goals higher. I don't know, but like I'm just happy with that. Like, ooh, Denise has her hand
Your
up.
goals are just fine. Yes, go ahead.
I think that's a woman. I mean, you're a guy, and
Yeah.
so you are to work and achieve and bring home bacon. The
Right.
wife, traditionally, I mean, she's a mama hen, and you want to make sure that everybody, I think all moms in here feel that way, that we all made it through the day, so.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's true.
Yeah.
And guys want to conquer stuff.
Right.
Like we want to
Yeah.
go conquer things. Like we want to take things over. We want to like just that's
Yeah.
who we are. It's ridiculous, but we love adventure and we want to conquer things.
Yeah,
And
and
Jess is like, let's just hug, and I'm like, no. After we get done doing this.
No, but like literally, like the biggest win probably of a whole year is because our kids don't all live at home or in this area, of to have everybody and their spouses and their grandbaby all in one place at one time, sitting around a table having a meal. Like that is like the biggest win of my life, and I don't
Your
care
life of that year.
of that year. Yeah.
I sort of say, come on, you married me.
Okay, yeah. You're so great. No, but like that, for some folks, that might be a little win. Like, yeah, I got everybody together. But I'm like, no, for me, just because the way our family's put together, and then the we've got some really brave kids that do lots of things and are not home all the time, or that's huge to me.
Yeah, they tend to scatter and do their own thing, which is a good thing. That's what we want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it just makes the getting everybody back under one roof kind of like wrangling cats.
But like Denise was just saying, like for me as the mama hen, I have everybody back in my nest, and everybody's healthy, everybody's here. That's huge. That's a win for me.
Yeah. I think the overall idea, and it's a simple idea, because if we just said, like if I told you, hey, look for the wins today, and you're just like, okay, yeah, that's
great.
cheesy. But I guarantee you, if you start to do this in your personal life and in your marriage, it gains momentum, and it's something that builds on something else. I promise you this: you will find what you're looking for. Whatever you're looking for, you're going to find it. If it's anger, if it's frustration, if it's happiness, if it's joy, whatever you're looking for, whatever you're searching for, you're going to find it. You got to work to find it. I guarantee you, it's not going to fall on your front doorstep. You're not just going to wake up one day in your relationship and your marriage be like, oh my gosh, this is perfect now. This is what I've been after. It gets there from a lot of work,
Yeah.
and a lot of just seeking after and finding the small wins, and just taking those wins and letting them compound, and the small things, like just chasing them down. And that for me, I love, and so that's where we differ sometimes, but it's a good thing.
So have we arrived at the unpack?
Are we unpacking
portion?
already? Where we at, Michael, on time? Producer Michael. Sweet.
Whoa.
Plenty of time for questions, and we do have questions.
Oh, my.
I hope some of them are for you. I really do.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so unpack session. You want to unpack us?
Yeah. So
Is that a spider?
that is a spider.
It's a jumping. Whoa, it's a jumping
Okay.
spider.
So if you haven't
Sorry, my
listened to
ADD.
us before, after we talk about our subject for this podcast, and we arrive at the unpack portion, because baggage claim, you unpack your baggage. So
Well, unpack is kind of like. Sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you because I told you to do this part. Go ahead.
no, have at it.
Okay, so I have a tool bag that, and I know you guys who do handyman work, you have a bag that has a lot of your tools that you use all the time. Like I have a bag that I throw in my truck that, there's such a tools that you use a lot to fix things. You're like, okay, I'm pretty much sure what I'm going to need is in this bag. And then I have a shop that's full of sometimes tools you may use once, twice, 3 times. This is a tool that you're going to use every day. Like this is an everyday, this is your hammer, your screwdriver, and your tool bag. The cool thing about a tool though is it doesn't work unless you use it. You can have all the tools you want to make your relationship better, and if you're not using them, don't expect them to work. So this is one of those tools that you have to actually use, and that's what Unpack is, to give you some tools to throw in the toolbox.
And I say this a lot. We both say this a lot. Just because we say, hey, here's some things you can do, doesn't mean we're perfect at them. We use a lot of our own tools that we talk about in these things. And
Yes.
a lot of it is through trial and error or experience of what has worked. And then sometimes it's also that, like, we wish we would have thought about this a different way.
Yes.
So here we go. So
Sorry, I will not interrupt.
I don't believe you. One thing that we do try to do is talk about, especially if it's a tough time or a tough season, we try to talk about a daily win, because small wins, when you add them up, it usually leads to a big win. So a small win is like, okay, what worked today? What was a good thing today? And that could be personally, what worked personally for me today. How did I make it through the day with a positive attitude? Or how did I make it? Or it could be a professional, what was a win today? Like I said a minute ago, I teach first grade. So if nobody had time out today at recess, like that's a wonderful day, professionally for me.
I think one too, like one of the ones we use is a relational. Like what was a relational win you had? Maybe you talked to somebody you hadn't talked to in a while. Maybe you something happened. Maybe I don't know, someone that you work with, something went on. There was a good win. There was even if it's just small, like, hey, so and so actually spoke to me today. Like they actually said hello to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That could be just those small wins.
Yeah, and a lot of times when you start talking about wins, whichever category they fall in, you're going to probably stumble across an unnoticed win that you didn't really think about at that moment. It was like, oh yeah, and this happened. This was another good thing that happened today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's something, and as crazy as it sounds, have these 3 little simple things, whether you do it once a day, once a week, because I know if you have kids, sometimes it's like, bro, if I'm getting 5 minutes, it's like we're brushing our teeth in the bathroom or we're about to lay down and go to sleep. So sometimes it's like, I got one. Here's
There's
my
no
win.
time to talk about
Here's
it.
my win
Yeah.
for today.
Yeah.
Then there's going to be other times where you have more. So I would say just figure out what that rhythm looks like for you, because there's different seasons. You're going to be in a season of craziness, and then you're going to be a season of lull, and then it'll go back to crazy. It's just the way life works.
And
so
the thing about wins is that, like I said a minute ago, they could be big or small, but also don't minimize little wins, because little wins are still big.
yes,
I mean, it could even be like, I drank 2 glasses of water today, and that's
actually a huge win for me.
for
if I
you.
drink
It is
water,
in general.
yeah, I was like, one, I ate today, and
Yeah.
I drink water.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have won at life.
Yeah.
Like we started this thing where we're going back to the gym, and I've realized I'm much better at it when Jess is around. Because if she's just like, I can't go to the gym today, sometimes I'm like,
I'm not
gonna
either.
go either. And so for me, it's just like, just show up, man. Just go
Yeah.
do it.
And 2, when you're talking about a win, it can't be, well, this worked, but we still need to this, or but this wasn't all the way perfect, because a win is a win.
Yeah, this is one of those where when the other person is telling you the win, don't give a and then statement. Yeah, but statement. Just leave those alone. Just let them say something. It doesn't have to be judged. It doesn't have to be done anything. Just
Yeah.
say what you want to say and
And
just move on. No judgment.
Yeah, and I personally have worked on this a lot through personal experience, but when you concentrate on the good things or you concentrate on the wins, it trains your brain to see them more often. And while you see those things more often, it trains your brain to see progress that you're making in different areas. In those unnoticed categories, when they become noticeable, it trains your brain to look at things a different way.
It's that simple thing, the thing I said, you'll find what you're looking for. It's like a car. Like when you go to buy a new car and you're like, oh man, I really like this car. I haven't seen a whole lot of these. And as soon as you see that and you start looking at cars, they're everywhere. You see them all the time. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I never knew there were this many. The same thing is true in life. Same thing for this is when you start looking for that and you find those, you're going to see them everywhere,
Yeah.
all over the place.
And training your brain to feel this way, it builds gratitude for things that you wouldn't have had gratitude before, but that gratitude becomes genuine, and you don't pretend life is perfect while you're looking for that gratitude. That's
Yeah. Don't chase perfection.
no.
Just it's one of those goals. It's just crazy. Just don't be there.
Yeah,
So, anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Anything we didn't talk about? Michael's got his hand up. Go ahead, producer Michael.
Yeah, so no, one question I have when listening to this and talking about wins and loving this concept, but if you and your spouse are sitting down trying to develop what a mutual win for your family is, and those opinions are drastically different, how do you work that together to be able to find a mutual win? Because you mentioned earlier, yes, we have individual, obviously Jess is different from Greg, but how do you develop that commonality win?
Okay, I have a question to your question. So it's because it's a great question actually. I would want to know more of the scenario, like how different are they, in the sense of, and are they in the same idea? Because most of them are either wins, they're emotional wins, or they're like rational wins. So there's actually, like when I say that, like, hey, a win for us is I didn't scream at you today, or I didn't throw anything at you today. Like
That's
those
not
are,
that's not real life. You're just,
no, we're not having, no, it's not.
I'm like, whoa.
Sorry, we're not. I'm just using examples.
Okay.
So it's like trying to figure out what those look like. Are they in the same ball field, and why they're not? Because when you take those, you just keep going back, asking questions to get bound to the root cause. Because everything has a root. Like anger, frustration leads from something else. It probably doesn't lead from this conversation. Mm-hmm. It's led from something else that's been built on and built on and built on. So the question would be, like, give me an example of two that are completely opposite. Anybody got one they want to share? Did you think are two completely opposite wins? That's a deep question.
Crickets.
Like a financial goal or like a planning goal. Like one person wants to
Plan. One wants to save and one wants to.
save more or be more budget minded.
Yeah.
And the other wants to be more, not so much spending more money, but they want to focus on like
Short term versus long term, kind
focus
of.
on like spending time, like quality time as a family.
Yeah.
Not necessarily going out and doing things or spending money to do it, but their goal is to do quality time type things.
Okay. Actually, great
That's a
analogy.
really-
Take
yeah.
that, Jess.
Can y'all repeat that question just to make sure it's picked up?
Yeah, repeat it and I'll answer it.
Oh my god. I feel
What?
like-
You want to do? You want me to do all of it?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. What happens if your opinions are differing? And Marla was using the example of like a financial goal. What if somebody is more long-term focused about saving money for a long-term goal, but then the other one is more short-term, like instant gratification, like trips and stuff and things. What happens? How do you win at that?
Thank you.
This
It's
is
a
a-
great question. Thank you for asking, because we have this discussion
We
often.
do, yes. Long term, short term.
Yes. Creates incredible friction.
Yeah.
Money is one of those things you can allow. If you attach emotion to money, it can destroy relationships. If you attach that number to an actual item and just say, okay, let's take the emotion, let's take all those things out of that, and let's focus on just the numbers and the basics of what they are. This is all we have to do. If we want to get here, we have to save. Like, there's no way we can just spend. We can't spend our way into where we want to be for safety. So if you start looking at here's our bills, here's what comes in, here's what we have left over. This is all we have. So what we like to do is say, okay, well, let's get creative and say, okay, let's set that aside. And how do we do something that's really budget minded, but actually we get to create time together that's just fun. And it may not be the perfect trip. We may not be flying somewhere or taking a cruise somewhere, but maybe we take a road trip and we go an overnight, or we go camping, or we go something that's completely different. because again, when you save, that's a season. There's going to come a time to where that's not a frustration anymore, and you have the excess, and you're like, our bills are paid, we have some extra, now let's go. The problem is, like me, I don't ever want to stop to celebrate the win.
No.
So you have to set those mile markers and saying, if we save, when we reach this point, we're going to celebrate and take a trip. Or we're going to celebrate and go do something really fun. If you don't, you'd be like me, and I'm constantly pushing the wagon. I was like, how many times are you going to stop at Loretta's on the way to work? Like, because it pops up on my phone every time, $6.95,
Yep.
$6.95. And we
As
have
many
so
times as
many
I want to.
Loretta ducks in our Jeep right now, because they give her a duck every time. It's
They do.
like evidence.
I only have 3.
But it's one of those, so you have to navigate that almost in a sense of just communicate, and talk it through. Because money is one of those things that will destroy
Destroy.
if you don't, if
Yeah.
you let it. But we decided one time, a while back, we said we're not going to let money depict whether we're happy or not. If there's $100 in our bank account, we're going to be happy. If there's $10,000 in there, we're going to be happy. We're not going to allow our bank account to dictate whether we're going to be happy or not, because if so, we're going to be doing this our entire marriage, and that's just completely unhealthy.
Yeah, life's too short to do that.
Yeah.
So, producer Michael just held up our minute
So we're
warning.
at 35.
We are.
So we're gonna what we're gonna do for all of you who aren't here, and you had things to do. I'm sorry, but this is where the podcast ends. So thank you for downloading it and listening to it. For all of those here, we're gonna do some question answer time, so we get to answer questions and have some fun together and celebrate. But as we wrap up and as we're finishing, there's a couple of things. Again, we're figuring this out as we go. We just talked about budget. This is one of those budget things for us. Baggage claim has been so fun because we've tried to figure out how to do it with absolutely no money.
None.
And we're just like, let's just figure out the best way we can. And we've begged, borrowed, and steal. We've borrowed mics just so we could report a podcast. And then somehow we got mics. And then we sold those and we got better mics. And then it's just like, but we're still trying to scrap. All that to say, if you enjoy what you hear, you got something out of it, like, subscribe, share, please put it out there. We have a Patreon account that we just started, so you can join up on Patreon. If you don't know what that is, go to our website, unpacktogether.com. You can see all what a Patreon account is. You get some of the behind the scenes, other stuff, extra. Just we'll do live events online. You can see those. And then we have merch. If you want to buy stuff, baggage claim stuff, that helps us keep buying microphones and lights and cameras and all the fun stuff that we want to keep doing and producing and have more. So those are some ways to support us. Don't feel like you have to. You can just keep listening to the podcast and keep sharing it. But thank you guys for listening on our 50th live episode. Anything else to share? Sweet. Everybody want to say bye?
Go Dogs.
Yeah, go dogs.
Go dogs. That's right.